$3 million. That's what the FBI will pay if you help catch this man who runs one of the most violent gangs Venezuela has ever seen. His name is Giovanni Vicente Mosquera Serrano. And just this week, he became one of the FBI's 10 Most Wanted Fugitives. He's not a flashy cartel boss. No gold chains, no Instagram threats, just cold logistics and fear. A man whose network stretches from the prisons of Caracas to the streets of Miami, and who's still out there. He didn't begin as a legend. He earned that over time, step by bloody step, through a group that's now one of the most feared criminal organizations in the Western Hemisphere, Tren de Aragua. It began in the early 2000s inside Venezuela's Tocaron prison. Tren de Aragua was just a cluster of violent inmates back then. But as Venezuela's infrastructure crumbled and chaos spread, so did their influence. The prison became their headquarters. Guards turned a blind eye. The gang built its own internal city inside Tocaron nightclubs, swimming pools, weapons stockpiles. While the government lost control of the streets, Giovanni and his crew took control of the underworld. By the mid-2010s, Giovanni wasn't just a member anymore. He was high-ranking, trusted. He ran operations moving people, drugs, and weapons across South America. Tren de Aragua expanded far beyond Venezuela. Colombia, Ecuador, Peru, Brazil, anywhere with ports, borders, or desperation. Giovanni's specialty was logistics. He coordinated routes. He selected who lived and who disappeared. And he always stayed out of the spotlight. The gang's money came from everything: extortion arms deals, assassinations, kidnappings. But human trafficking, especially of women and children, was one of their most profitable enterprises. Young women were promised jobs in Colombia or Chile. Some were smuggled through the jungle into Mexico. Many never made it to safety. Some were sold to criminal networks in Central America. Others simply vanished. Giovanni was reportedly in charge of several corridors connecting the Venezuelan border to illegal trafficking hubs. As Tren de Aragua's reputation grew, so did its enemies. But that only fueled its rise. They didn't just kill rivals, they made examples of them. Corpses left in markets, notes pinned to bodies. In 2019, a Colombian journalist investigating Tren de Aragua was kidnapped and later found mutilated. Though no direct connection to Giovanni was proven, locals whispered his name. The message was clear: talk too much and you're next. By 2021, Giovanni had become more than a shadow figure. He was now a recognized leader within the gang's international branches. Authorities in Peru and Ecuador linked him to arms shipments and executions of police officers. But they couldn't pin him down. He didn't leave fingerprints. He used dozens of fake names. He traveled through jungle paths and bribed officials along the way. Giovanni knew how to disappear in plain sight. In 2022, Tren de Aragua expanded into Central America, Honduras, Guatemala, and began eyeing the U.S. southern border. That's when the alarm bells went off in Washington. Reports surfaced that members of the gang were crossing into Texas and Florida. The FBI and Homeland Security launched quiet investigations. They started hearing the name Giovanni Vicente Mosquera Serrano in intercepted calls. Venezuelan exiles in Miami whispered about him. Something bigger was coming. In early 2023, the U.S. Treasury Department quietly placed sanctions on suspected members of Tren de Aragua. The DEA flagged Giovanni's logistics routes as critical links in fentanyl and cocaine pipelines. But still, no one could say where he was. Venezuela refused to cooperate. Some believed Giovanni was hiding in Colombia's jungle provinces. Others claimed he had moved to Mexico and aligned with the Sinaloa cartel, but nothing stuck. Then in September 2023, a raid on a human trafficking hub in Panama turned up a phone. On it, encrypted messages, GPS logs, and aliases linked to Giovanni. The messages suggested he had overseen the movement of at least 75 women across 4 countries. They also showed he'd recently been in Ecuador. For the first time, the U.S. had solid digital breadcrumbs. Still, Giovanni was gone again. Months passed. Rumors continued. In January 2024, a body was found outside Bogota, tattooed with Tren de Aragua's symbols, hands tied. Some said the victim had stolen from Giovanni's network. Others said he was a DEA informant. No arrest was made. Giovanni's name surfaced again in the shadows, but never in daylight. Then came 2025. In early June, U.S. intelligence intercepted communications about a possible smuggling route being prepared from South America into Texas, one with the capacity to move weapons, drugs, and up to 30 people at a time. The name attached to it, Giovanni Serrano. On June 25, 2025, the FBI made it official. They added Giovanni Vicente Mosquera Serrano to their 10 Most Wanted Fugitives list. They called him a threat to national security. They said he wasn't just a gang leader, he was now operating as a transnational terrorist. The reward, $3 million for any information leading to his arrest. Photos of Giovanni were circulated. He was last known to be in his late 30s, possibly 40s. Medium build, olive skin, black hair, dark eyes. Known to use fake documents, travel under different names, speak multiple dialects. Highly dangerous. Do not approach. As of today, he remains at large. There's no official trace of his current location. Some believe he's holed up somewhere in the Venezuelan countryside, protected by corrupt officials. Others think he's already crossed into Central America under a new identity, preparing new routes, new recruits, new violence. All we know is this: he has the money, he has the people, and now he has the world's attention. If you have any information about Giovanni Vicente Mosquera Serrano's whereabouts, contact your local FBI office or submit a tip at tips.fbi.gov. You don't have to give your name, just what you know. And if this is the kind of story you want more of, subscribe. We have more names, and they're still out there.